What is up guys, it's your boy Solheim here, back with another World of Warcraft video for Midnight WoW, and today we're talking about farming gold. I know, first time for everything. This farm right here though is absolutely insane, and I want to talk about how it works, where it is, and give you guys some more information about how the farm just plays out. Because honestly, it's a great farm, but people can look at the farm and think to themselves, this is absolutely garbage. And well, the reason why is that we're killing less mobs than in many other skinning farms, but we're making more gold at the same time. Also, I'll be talking about a tip or a trick here in the video as well at some point, about something that will work for every skinning farm at the moment, and drastically increase your gold per hour. So chances are, if you're skinning farming right now, you're doing it completely wrong. And I've been having a video on this before, but it goes way deeper, by the way. Either way, here you can see some clips of me doing the farm, or just like a clip, I guess, of me doing the farm right now, and honestly, so far, it's not looking too good, right? It's 2 minutes, we've made 2,800 gold, but that is with no procs. This is the baseline gold per hour we are currently getting. It is about 1,000 gold per minute, so 60,000 gold per hour, and that is as 3 people at the moment. So I'm gonna skip ahead just a little bit here in the stream, and if we go to 8 minutes, we have now made 65,000 gold. So honestly, that is a little bit like too much of a skip. Here as well, 5 minutes, we have now made 29,000 gold. So I'm just going to go for playback speed here, put it on 2 times speed, and I'll show you guys where the gold is coming from, but you can see it right here. Carving canine, a question people have had now for days. Where do we get carving canines? Well, you get them from mobs that have canines. It's kind of in the name, right? But these ones right here have been so expensive. In this video as well, when I was doing this this morning, I was gonna say this morning, they were selling for 7,000 gold each canine. That is why we tried this farm in the first place, to actually like capitalize on selling these canines while they were expensive. And imagine anybody doing this farm, by the way, on day 1 or day 2 of early access. They were printing millions, and I don't even know if anybody did do that, because nobody really knew where these items were from, but surely somebody based on the beta had some clue. Either way, at this location, you are pulling everything and focusing on high value beasts. As you can see, this one right here has the high value target buff on it, and that is what makes them able to drop carving canines. So you're only pulling to try to force spawn the high value ones, and the high value ones is where the gold actually comes from. Now, one more thing, while I'm just showing you some footage of me doing the farm itself, so you get an idea of where the pools are and everything, do pay attention to the amount of motes we are getting, by the way. This is through something called diffusers that you can spec into in skinning, and you kinda wanna spec a little bit into this anyway. I'll be talking about that later, but something you will see on a bunch of these looting sessions is that we are getting more than just one type of mote every single time. So if I do go to a little bit past this, I did buy myself some tools, by the way, to make even more gold as well. But here, you can see that some of the mobs get more buffs on them. If I can just pause, for example, on one mob that has more than one buff, this guy already has 2 buffs, so he has the primal one and the light one. You can basically TLDR stack every single diffuser on the same mob and get all the motes from the same mob. As you can see, like, I have the party chat open here, or the full chat open, so you can see what we are looting from what mobs. And yeah, like this guy right here, this one has all 3 diffusers that we currently have access to. So when I skin this one right now, I'll be getting a mote of light, mote of primal energy, and a mote of wild magic at the same time from one beast. Look at this. That right there. 7, 8, and 6 motes from one skin only. So that right there is a tip that you can use, by the way, to increase the gold per hour from any skinning farm you're doing out there. And the thing is, only one person in the group has to have diffusers. If you have a 5-man party, you can dedicate one person to only be diffusing, and all that guy is doing is pressing one button, like diffuse, 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 on every single mob. It does not have a global cooldown, I think, either. You just simply press the button and spam it. So yeah, just have one guy in the party dedicated to diffusing, or you can have 3 separate people doing one diffuser each as well. It just depends on where you're farming, and for example, this location right here, it was way easier to have one person diffusing than if you're farming the frog farm, for example, where you're pulling way more mobs, it gets chaotic, and one person probably can't diffuse everything before it dies. Meanwhile, this farm is way more relaxed, way less kills per hour, but you do get carving canines, which does make up for the lost gold per hour from the amount of kills. And once again, only the high value beasts can actually drop the carving canines, which once again, that's just worth noting. And at this point, I also just realized that there has been no music playing in the background, so if the first half of the video sounds absolutely horrible, I'll probably add some music in the post-edit here, but yeah. Honestly, this farm is great. Just understand that you have to skin the high value target, and that is the main thing you're here for in the first place. And then you're diffusing every single enemy with every diffuser you can to make up for any potential lost gold per hour, and you can also diffuse at any skinning location, by the way, that you are farming. Now let's talk about the specs that I'm going with for farming, and I am just full on diffusing, by the way. So for me, I have gotten 2 more knowledge points now through Darkmoon Fair, but I have 10 and 25, and that is the build that I have. You don't have to have this build, by the way. You can go for skill points in skinning, talented tracker. It's definitely up to you. Just one person in the party needs to be specced into diffusing. So for me, I chose to be that guy specced into diffusing, and also there are benefits to that, by the way. You don't brick your character, you do get more amount of motes from diffusing, so you are the one benefiting the most from diffusing. So yeah, like there are benefits to being the diffuser. You're not just like a cock. It's actually beneficial, and you get more motes equals more gold per hour as well. Now the thing is, you want to have this one. You have a small chance to find species-specific reagents when skinning the creature of the Midnight region, but this one does not require any knowledge points. You just have to skill up skinning and learn gainful gathering, and just learn this. No knowledge points required, so you can still spec into a talented tracker, for example, if you want to get the majestic materials and stuff like that, but you need to just learn this one. That's it. That's the only requirement, by the way. Apart from that, I did buy myself some green tools, so we have this one with finesse on it, this one with finesse on it, and this one. And at this point, I'm sure somebody's gonna hate me for this, but I choose to show you the location lastly, because I honestly believe all the information around the farm is way more important. And it's like, if you go to this location right now, the location is all the way up here, by the way, so at a place called the Slayer's Rise, or the Husk, all the way north in Voidstorm is where the location is. If you go here now, not understanding anything, you can... Okay, why do you... He just walks across my entire keyboard, by the way. But yeah, I was gonna say, if you just go to the location and nothing else, and you don't understand what the farm is about, you have no idea that you are here for the high value targets. You have no idea they dropped the carving canines, you have no idea about the diffusing. There's so much that makes up the farm itself that I wanted to present that first, and then give you the location. That way the people that wanted to know about the farm, they now know where the location is as well. Either way, I believe that is the entire video, so at this point I just want to say, if you want to have early access to future gold making videos, Goldfarm's crafting methods, there are some pretty insane crafting methods in early access right now, by the way. Get my gold making guide for Midnight WoW through the link down below. I've talked about this one quite a lot in many videos, so I'm not going to do the longest shout out for it here, but honestly, if you want to learn more about gold making in Midnight WoW, that's the guide to have it. You also get access to a gold making Discord community with early access videos, so it's way more than just a guide, but you can check it out through the pinned comment. That's it for now, thank you for watching, hopefully you can use this farm right here to make a bunch of gold. The gold value of the carving canines is no longer 7,000 by the way, it's gone from 7,000 to 1.2k in 1 day. So that just shows you how volatile the market is, but it's still really good. Either way, that's it. Thank you for watching, and see you next time.